I'm sure there are a million of equally stupid ways to destroy $20,000. You can light 200 of these on fire. Or you could take 200 of these and just toss it in the toilet. But if you're like me and live on a septic tank, do it one at a time.
Hey, what are you doing in here?
Nothing. Or one of the stupidest but less apparent ways is you can blow 20 grand remodeling your house for a buyer who is just going to paint over everything you did anyway. Mathematically, they're all equally senseless, but today I'm going to stop you from at least doing number 3. It's a trap that's so easy to fall into because you look around your house and you see flaws and you think, well, if I could just fix this, I can ask for more money. But here's the reality of this market. Pretty photos and upgrades do not sell homes. Price does. Most repairs are negative equity events. It's a fancy way of saying you spend $1 to get 80 cents back. They're the smartest sellers out there, and these are the ones who walk away with the most cash. They don't fix everything. They fix the right things. So let's start with the biggest wealth destroyer of them all. Number 1 is the major kitchen remodel. You spend $50,000 on the HGTV fantasy. There's granite and cabinets and the works, but the reality here is you're only going to get about 60% of that back. And here's the worst part. Your taste isn't necessarily your buyer's taste. So you pick some Tuscan tile because you saw it in a magazine and the buyer wants modern farmhouse. You spent tens of thousands of dollars to make your kitchen look like an Olive Garden from their childhood, and they hate it. If you must do something, then paint the cabinets for $200. Swap the hardware out for another $150, or deep clean the grout. You just saved $49,650 by my math. Use that money for your next down payment, not a backsplash that they're just going to rip out a month after moving in. And number 2 is the half-baked DIY, aka the iceberg effect. This is what happens when you watch a YouTube video and you think you're a plumber, and now you have mismatched faucets in a sink with an identity crisis. You patch drywall and it looks like a topographic map of the Rockies. And this is why I call it the dreaded iceberg effect, because when buyers see janky repairs, they start to wonder, hey, if what I can see is this bad, how much danger is there lurking beneath the surface? The moral of the story here is if you can't do it to pro standards, just don't touch it. A dated faucet that works fine is better than a new one that sprays all over the ceiling. And number 3 is when you start replacing flooring. So look, unless your carpet looks like a crime scene, do not replace it. Buyers are going to rip it out anyway. Paying $8,000 for flooring that ends up in a landfill is like changing the oil in a totaled car. Don't even bother. Steam clean it for $200 if you have to. If there's hardwood underneath, rip the carpet up because scratched, worn hardwood beats mediocre carpet every time. Hardwood says investment, carpet screams chore. Number 4, the roof. Now, this is something that everyone seems to panic about, and I don't know why. Unless it's actively leaking on your Thanksgiving dinner, do not spend tens of thousands of dollars to fix this before a sale. The ninja move here is to get 3 written estimates from roofers, print them out, and leave them on the counter during showings. So when a buyer says, hey, that roof looks old, it's probably going to cost 40 grand to fix, you point to a stack and say, actually, here's a quote for $18,000 from a vetted pro, and we can credit that at closing. And you just took the ammunition out of the negotiation gun before they could point it at you. And that's chess, baby, not checkers. Now, halfway down our list at number 5 is concrete. Demolition and removal of a driveway can cost north of $15,000. So why even dream of doing this? Buyers don't care about cracks. They care about tripping and getting sued. So rent a power washer for $50. It's like Botox for concrete. If there's a jagged trip hazard, pay some guy $150 to grind it smooth. Save the $14,000. Buy yourself a nice vacation. Windows take the number 6 spot. And window salesmen are experts at using charts to terrify you into spending thousands of dollars. They will show you graphs about energy savings and how the windows will just pay for themselves. Here's the problem. You're selling. You won't be there to collect those energy savings. The next owner gets the benefit and you get the $10,000 bill up front. And the ROI here, well, vinyl windows return about 67 cents on the dollar. So that means if you were to spend $10,000 replacing all the windows, you get back about $6,700 in value. It's just not worth it. So unless your windows are broken or they won't open or they have visible cracks, just do not replace them, okay? In number 7, I like to bring up elaborate landscaping like outdoor kitchens and stone retaining walls, imported Japanese maples. You're thinking, hey, this is going to make my yard look like a resort. But the buyer sees your elaborate outdoor kitchen and they don't think, wow, look, an outdoor oasis. They think, great, more chores. See, elaborate landscaping can easily cost anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000, and you will not get that money back. The solution here is do some sweat equity and mow the lawn every single week during showings. Trim the bushes yourself. I mean, sure, make it look maintained and not neglected. And if you need a secret weapon, here you go. It's mulch. Seriously, mulch is the cheapest facelift in real estate. $100 in fresh mulch makes your home look like somebody actually lives there and cares. And number 8, I want to bring up the front door. And this one requires some nuance. Yes, curb appeal is super important, and you'll also read that architectural entry doors have a 200% return on investment, but they're not telling you the whole story. That ROI only applies when you're replacing a door that's actually damaged. If your door is solid and functional, replacing it is just burning money to impress people who are going to repaint it anyway. So if your door works and it isn't actively falling off the hinges, don't replace it. Paint it for $50. Buy a modern handle set for $80. Give it a facelift, not the full transplant. Save yourself $3,000. Number 9, I want to talk about window coverings. Buying new blinds and curtains for every room is just silly. Stop. Do not spend money on new window treatments. The buyer's going to probably hate your style anyway and replace them with their own. One lady I knew, she thought her hunter green velvet curtains were a classic look. Her buyer, on the other hand, thought it looked like their grandmother's funeral home. So here's what to do. Remove the dated curtains if you're concerned with them. Remove the heavy blinds. Don't replace them. Just take them down. Patch the nail holes for $10 and then touch up the paint if you need to. Leave the windows bare because bright rooms, well, they sell faster than dark ones. And dated curtains make a room feel smaller and like it's trapped in 1987. So let the light in, let the 80s go. And here we are at number 10, where we build a castle in a cottage neighborhood. Do not spend hundreds of thousands of dollars turning your quaint, cute little home into a 4,000 square foot architectural masterpiece when every home around you is still a modest ranch from the 1950s. The appraisal will murder your hopes and dreams. The banks are going to lend based on comparable sales. So if every house in your street sold for around $250,000 and you're trying to get $400,000 because you dumped 6 figures into renovations, the appraiser is just going to say no. This is basically the worst investment decision since Blockbuster passed on Netflix. Oh, and one more bonus tactic for you. Buyers today are terrified of inflation and rising utility costs, and they know they're not just buying your house, they're also buying extra monthly expenses that come with it. So pull your last 12 months of utility bills and do a utility audit. And if your bills are low, heck, show them off. Print a simple graph and put it right next to those roof estimates on the kitchen counter and say something like, hey, the average electric bill here is only $87 a month, and that is marketing gold. So selling today isn't about being cheap. I don't want you to misunderstand what I'm saying. It's about being smart. It means, skip the ego projects that burn money. Oh, and for the love of God, stop letting Home Depot turn your home sale into their quarterly earnings report. Knowing how to be efficient is the first step in setting the best price for your home, but it's not the whole story. Did you know that many online portals will intentionally misprice your home to their advantage? Well, I made a video about it right here so you can know what you're up against and how to fight back. We will see you there.